Power plays versus August.
For the record, that made more sense in my head.
I'm sure it did. Yeah, I'm sure everything makes more sense in your head.
All right,
None of
Jackal.
us are as big-brained as you.
Jackal band first up. And
Jackal
then
and Nomad.
Nomad once again. So yes, it is a target ban, as you say.
When Fnatic were attacking a lot of these bomb sites, I mentioned how they were very much trying to counter this roam game and this flank game, and they were bringing a three-way tandem of Jackal, Nomad, and what was it? It was the Dokkaebi.
Yeah.
Those three together really helping isolate those roamers and prevent them from the flank. But 2 out of 3 of those are gone. That said, we still have the Capitao in play, which is something we haven't seen as much of in the past. We still have the Thatcher, which we've seen banned a lot today as well. As for the defensive side, it's 2 of the big hitters, Mira and Echo, taken off the table, leaving Maestro still up.
Almost like the original bans we'd see come out. Like, they were the 2 operators we'd see banned the most early on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. And Maestro also has seen a lot of banning, but I think people just love using Maestro so much. And as much as they would love to ban it so they don't have to verse it, people just, it's so hard to let go. That big loving Italian man.
Yeah, well, he's a big loving gun too. A lot of bullets in that thing.
Yeah, Alder is definitely a favorite. Valkyrie is 6-picked onto, hiding the fact that those cameras exist, and the IQ picked off of. Interestingly, something you'd expect, but there you go. So Valkyrie picked onto. Perhaps if the Valkyrie was shown during the reveal phase, we wouldn't have seen the IQ picked away from. Nonetheless, it's August on the defense to kick things off, where they were so very comfortable on that previous map. Starting on Penthouse as well, not something you see very often.
This is like, I was going to talk about August and attacking this bomb stop, not on defense here, but you know, they have a bit of an interesting strategy for attacking. I like to take it from luggage and open up the wall rather than, you know, try and take from VIP and such.
Yeah. I guess with power plays bringing the Hibana, it gives them that versatility. You know, we see a lot of attacking rosters on Coastline don't bring that, yeah. These guys are just having some fun, but yeah, we're going to rehost, as I'm sure you guys saw in chat. We're just showing you some new parts of Coastline you've never seen before.
Never seen.
It's like a Coconut Bra video. Showing you some stuff you've never seen before, the pro tips right here. So yeah, it's a rehearse for power plays and August at the moment. Coastline, ongoing.
Would you say Coastline what?
Ongoing.
Ongoing.
It's an ongoing process. Yeah, we're making it happen.
But you said on God. I was like, all right.
No.
Get with the slang. Get with the cool kids.
On guard. No. That wouldn't have worked in that context.
I don't know. That's what I thought you said. That's why I was confused.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
But yeah, there's some riveting gameplay we've seen so far.
All right, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity for me to write down the bans of operators that I forgot to write down during the operator bans.
Jackal.
Yeah, but who was what, right? Jackal was August. It was Jackal and
Nomad.
Yeah, but what was the other one for August? Echo, right? Yeah, Jackal, Echo, and then the other guys were Mira and Nomad.
You know, maybe I could tell my joke now.
Yeah, sure. What was your joke? So
the joke is a bunch of university professors that go hunting one day. And so, of course, there's a mathematician, a physics...
Okay, I know this
doctor.
one.
Oh, you do? And
Keep going.
And a statistician. Right, so they find a deer finally, and the first one lines up a shot. The physics guy takes the shot, and he misses a bit to the left. Second guy takes the shot, which was the mathematician. A bit to the right. Then he goes to hand the gun to the statistician. He's like, what do you mean? We got it. Bullseye.
Yep. Love it.
Yeah, your comment earlier made me think of that exactly.
What, with the 7?
Yeah, 7-4, 7-2, yeah.
Yeah.
Right in the
there
middle.
You go.
Right in the middle.
Got it close enough, right?
Yeah.
I like it. I may not have laughed on the outside, but I was definitely laughing on the inside.
That's a pity. And by that, I mean that's a pity laugh.
It was a pity laugh. It was not a humour laugh. Oh well, I approve of that. I'm glad we had time for it. Thank you, Ethan, for having this rehearsed so that we could
Thank you.
Thank you, Ethan. Hopefully we'll get to talk to him later.
Yes, we need to think of something to talk about for now, though.
Yeah, that's right. So Coastline, we saw it earlier today. Let's compare the bans. So previously we saw obviously Thatcher and wait, what? Capital. That's right. Thatcher and Capital. It was, in fact, it was the same ban phase for both of the earlier games today.
Yes.
Thatcher, Capital, Mira, and Echo. So I guess no Mira, no Echo is the same as what we're seeing now. So in the defensive side, similar kind of arsenal available to them. But on the attacking side, you know, the Nomad and the Jackal taken off the table. I don't really think Thatcher's going to have much of an impact. Like,
Yeah.
on Clubhouse, yes. On Coastline,
See, maybe I suppose the one place I can see the Thatcher ban being really useful is holding down that quad wall just outside of pool, or in the pool table area. Yeah.
but like how? So what, you put it on the roof to deny any bandit batteries on that wall?
Yeah, like, you know, we saw in that very first round, Aces got destroyed there. However, they brought a mute next round, and they had a lot of trouble flushing him out of that position.
Yeah, it's a fair call.
It's probably one of the only spots I can think where a Thatcher ban.
Yeah. There are a lot of ways you can do with that. Like, it's not too hard to get control of blue bar below and take out those mute jammers or bandit batteries with an IQ or a Bok or something. So, you know, it's not like on Clubhouse where it's much more difficult to explore alternate routes. Yeah, that said, with the Jackal off the board, that's something we saw leveraged quite a lot by Zealous. They really liked the Jackal, and then Fnatic brought the Jackal among other operators. So perhaps a bit more freedom on the roam from these teams than we might see. You know, we don't have any of those, you know, Valkyrie or Legion
it's
bans.
Coastline. It's not one of those maps that you can roam super good on, I feel like. Be completely undiscovered for the full 3 minutes.
For me, it's more about Coastline. You take you extend map controllers, but a bit like tendrils that kind of move around.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the way that like G2 used to hold Coastline? You know, they don't play in the rooms; they play in the corridors around the rooms.
And one of the things they do as well, which I've seen Fnatic doing as well, is like, especially defending downstairs, they'll lose 1 or 2 people from their roam upstairs, and the opponents will lose 1 or 2 people. But then they'll move off the site, and there's no more drones left to go and gather information.
That's right.
And walks into crosshairs, easy peasy.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great point. You know, Coastline is definitely a map where there are certain bomb sites where you can actually leave the site completely and do really well. Like, Kitchen is a perfect example of that.
Do you remember when there was the, when you could put the castle barricade on the kitchen door, and you could plant outside, and you'd bait people into it?
Don't bring that up. don't bring that up. Oh, well, we're about to head back into game in just a few seconds. And look, we've done the ban phase already. Here we go. Auglis, they just love their t-shirts. You know what? I have a theory. The reason they love Rook so much is they don't actually have jerseys because they don't have an org. So they gotta get their t-shirts and their jerseys somehow.
Oh, well, they've got 3 cogs for this one.
I expect we'll probably see something fairly similar to what we saw from Fnatic in extending their hold out into VIP. Lots of cogs, as you mentioned, to make that work, as well as a lot of reinforcements placed on the VIP walls. Should work well. However, the line is a great way to start securing some of those positions. And when Fnatic defended on this and did that strategy, they found they needed an alibi in order to really make the difference.
How about a spawn peak?
It's not like it's an important operator who has utility. And if he dies, then it's a huge detriment to the team.
It's not like he almost just killed Habana.
Oh, there you go. Ocean Man took a lot of damage. I just like having a go at people who spawn peak, you know. It's nothing personal against Diesel. It's more of just a general, you know, prejudice.
Spawn peaking's fun.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I've read about it in books.
You've never done it?
I spawn peek occasionally. I'm not an avid spawn peeker by any means. Anyhow, that's the first EE1D to elapse. VIP balcony, the key pivot point for power plays. Moving on inside, you can hear that repel. Some Mangoes on the Lion. As we mentioned earlier, August likely to leverage this position inside of VIP, but don't believe there was actually any rotate hole on that VIP wall.
Yeah, it was fully reinforced, wasn't it?
It's quite contrary to what I predicted. Perhaps they're more likely to be playing in guitar here. This, yep, there you go. We have the Doc just narrowly getting spotted by Mangoes. Spots that position. Muesli wants to go for that peek, but there's just no capitalization as of yet. And oh, a lot of damage done. Muesli finally secures it. The Doc not taken out though. Eventually he is traded, but there's a lot of kills back and forth. Just 3 left up for power players, all of whom have taken a severe amount of damage.
Yeah, interesting that power plays did come out on top of that one.
But just barely though, really. I mean, we're still looking at a 3-3 and August have the health advantage. It was a fast stretch and you know, I'm surprised that Muesli survived his engagement, but Mango's, as you mentioned, IGL managed to coordinate that pinch just well enough, and the Lion Charge helped as well. Still a lot of utility up for August, as we can see here, but this L position has been vacated. Muesli now able to go out.
Oh,
wow, look at that. That's a run out from Emo. Doesn't find anything, and even caught with the E1D. No, he shouldn't be finding that kill at all. Still allowed to roam freely on this side of the map. Leisure mines everywhere, as we can see through the walls. This could be the falling moment for power plays.
So that's what they're doing.
Yeah, so it's a late rotate opportunity. Yeah, easy for Emo right there to close that out.
That Legion cannot be chained.
I guess not. Good try for Mangoes, but overall, Lord was doing pretty well.
So he runs out into the balcony, misses all his shots, and then he goes and hits that nasty one into the hallway.
Yeah, it really goes to show, you know, it used to be that someone runs out like that and they're lioned, they are absolutely dead.
Yeah.
But no, you just kept on going and stayed alive to tell the
Present
story.
for you, Dev.
Pardon?
Present for you.
A present for me, the kitchen.
Yeah.
I love this. Every time I'm playing Rainbow Six on this map and we defend kitchen, I always beg my team to do, I call it the Orgless hold. And hopefully we'll get to see it in a moment. It's perfectly demonstrating what we talked about not playing in the objective and playing around the objective. So hopefully we'll see Diesel here open up this wall. Here we go. Opens up a hole all the way along the top and the bottom of this kitchen wall. Okay, he hasn't done the whole thing just yet. This enables angles to be opened, to be utilized from that balcony in luggage, as well as all of the courtyard onto that kitchen site, especially onto that kitchen window. It's also a great way you can prone in the lobby and you kill anyone who enters into kitchen from the sunrise side as well. There's just so many angles available to you. And, August have made it work very well in the past, and it looks like they're extending their hole upstairs as well. Some holes in VIP for the vertical pressure. Also presence inside of theater as well, just for good measure.
Well. As for operator selection, it really feels like power plays are, I don't know, I think they should probably take a bit more utility than what they are.
In terms of what kind of utility? Because, you know, they've got plenty of soft breach.
Yeah, they've got, it really feels like they're taking fragging operators rather than, you know, picking operators for their utility first.
I don't know, like, maybe it's just like a vague utility. You know, the utility isn't specific for, you know, exact things. You know, no Thatcher and no Twitch makes it reasonably difficult to get rid of these evil eyes, unless if they can get a grenade or a lifeline into the right spot. And Muesli's tasked with that at the moment. Not sure if he was successful. But hey, it's a mix, right? There is some utility to be had on these operators for sure.
Well, Casper not finding anything. Bundy's drone's going to make its way onto site unmolested. Very extended hold, as you said earlier, Dev.
And that's extended hold is typically what's countered by the presence of an operator like Lion, but doesn't seem to do much so far as Neofighter finds the first kill on Casper in this case. Ethan also looks to be in a bit of a pickle, but I'm not sure if anyone is aware of his position. Ocean Man seems to be somewhat cautious of Sunrise. A drone and a Lion Charge will find him out. Ethan finds the one kill regardless, though, and that Lion Charge now subsides. Ocean Man caught in a crossfire, cautious to try to peek.
Ooh.
Doesn't, in fact, find that kill. Ethan and Neofighter double up each. Just the one player left for Muesli.
And look at his HP.
He's just about dead.
Practically is. 1 minute on the clock. You know, at least if he gets downed, he can pick himself back up.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's what's happened already, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but...
All the time in the world.
Nowhere to go.
That's right. Plenty of utility as well in the pocket.
and know where to spend it.
That's right.
Thanks, Dev.
I know you need some validation sometimes, Monkey, so I'm here to give it to you.
And looks like they're going for that little tactical timeout.
Yep, why not? As long as Muesli and the team uses it well, just sit here, have a chat to the team, figure out what you're doing next. Muesli's holding the angle, just patient. I've got to say, I love this skin. I think that's just one of the default universal skins, but it looks really nice, doesn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for the simpler things.
Have you seen the ice cream skin?
Which one's that?
Oh, it's like one of the new seasonal ones, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think I know the one you mean. No, I haven't, unfortunately.
I know Nazgul was running it like all last series.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Derpay to finish it off.
There's a flawless round sticker that August deserve. August are really good at kitchen, I got to tell you. They know their kitchen defenses. There we have August going up to the 2 rounds. Across the net, round number 3.
Hook up? No, bars.
There you go. And we do have 4 viable bomb sites on coastline. It's never really a surprise to see any particular bomb site taken. Hookah now picked. There you go, Monkey. You were right all along.
That feeling when you have to cross something out in your book.
Especially if it's because you were right in the first place.
Yeah. It's just insult to injury, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, well, on the attacking side, same kind of lineup. I want to know what do you mean, you know, when you're saying this isn't a lot of utility.
Like it's very generic. Like, okay, maybe it's a very generic lineup where it can be good for multiple things, but not really excel.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You know, it's not precise. It's not.
I suppose it's
tailored, I guess. It's not tailored to a specific kind
it's
of
lots of one-dimensional utility, not very, like you can't really use them in much more imaginative ways, right? Like,
I feel like it's just a very general piece of utility. Nothing here is like, we don't have, I don't know. Everything is very versatile, but nothing in itself is going to make a big impact.
For starters, there's like no hard breach, and of course, no need to have a hard breach on coastline.
Yeah. I know. Well, okay. We're talking about all this. What should we see from power players? What do you suggest?
What were Fnatic bringing? Nah.
Just whatever Fnatic were bringing. Well, I mean, see, Fnatic, with their lineup, it was very much defined. You know, they went Jackal, Dokkaebi, Nomad. You had a clear indication of what they wanted to accomplish.
I feel the IQ's wasted. Like, what electronics is she finding out there?
Oh, there's a Valkyrie, which we saw in the previous round.
Yeah, but none in this round.
Yeah, power players don't necessarily know that, though. And we've seen August willing to hide that Valkyrie. The start hit it behind a Frost pick. And there's the, Kaid charges, Legion Mines.
But what are you opening?
What? With what?
With your, like...
Self-breach?
Yeah, like, what are you denying the Kaids for, you know?
Yeah, I getcha. So it looks to be just a bit of a pinch at the moment. I'm sure they would love to have the Jackal.
Are they just going to go ahead and dry peek this or something like that? Yeah, here we go. Nope, it's on the camera, but Derpay. Giving away his position.
It's a close spot. Mangos wants to take this. If he takes it as a very close angle, he's likely to win this with the speed, but no, he's looking the wrong direction. Lands a few bullets in, but not enough. Derpay finds the 2 on this position. Needs to go for this reload. Needs someone on his camera to watch him. Diesel's taken a lot of damage for his troubles as well. But still that secure hold of blue stairs.
Just Bundy and Muesli left here. 2 on 5. This is getting to be a similar position, Dev.
Something that power players are familiar with by now up against August. It's a very strong opponent of which they face. Imarin does find Muesli. Just Bundy left. Not really much to do. Plenty of pre-fires and nothing really to happen.
Another flawless.
There you go. August very comfortable on their defenses. You know, we saw it on the first map. Consulate flawless. Here we are on coastline. Still, so far, flawless defenses.
Flawless August.
It almost rhymes.
Almost. It just needs you to like just pronounce it a bit weirdly.
That's a reason for Augs not to pick them up. They would no longer rhyme with flawless. Maybe that's the secret all along.
Well, now we go on a blue bar. We've gone around the world, Dev. And by world, I mean a small island.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, they wanted to try it last round, and I guess for some reason they decided to go hookah, but I guess this is a good way to stay unpredictable. Not that it really matters in terms of the lineup power plays are bringing. If anything, my critique of power plays isn't necessarily that they are bringing this lineup, but that they are still bringing this lineup. You know, nothing is being changed. You know, how many kills have you gotten because of the Lion? How much have you really impacted the enemy team because of the Lion? You haven't.
Have they used a single firebolt or smoke bolt?
I mean, they used 2 firebolts last round. I didn't see it where they were or if they were effective. We don't have any flashbangs unless the Capitão's running them.
Or the Buck?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Like,
maybe the Lion, I guess.
Has the Buck opened up anything really? Well, he died early on, so we don't know what their plan was with him.
Yeah, it's hard to call, isn't it? I think you should be thinking about the site. What kind of a take you're going to go into this site? In this particular case, blue bar, you know, smokes. That's something that we see used a lot. Hard breach as well, used a lot. Neither of those taken. Other than, I guess, we got 2 Capitão smokes, but we just haven't seen those Capitão smokes utilized. Nothing like a Dokkaebi. I would love to see a Dokkaebi. The closest we've got is a Lion, and I don't think that is making enough of a difference.
Do you think that maybe Dokkaebi is stronger than Lion?
It's so situational, but I really think that, you know, if anyone on power plays is comfortable using Dokkaebi and can incorporate it into the team, we'd have more success with the Lion. Easy to say when the Lion's the first one to die, without even a minute erased from the clock.
Did Diesel run out as the smoke? I feel like that's what happened.
I wouldn't be surprised. We've seen Diesel playing so aggressively already. Went for a spawn peek on the Maestro earlier. Willing to risk it for the biscuit as needed.
Grain obtained. Well,
got to say the Ocean Man AUG pick, not something you see every day on IQ. I used to love the AUG, but the Commando's been buffed for a while, and I found that works helpfully. Well, I don't know what to say here. Like, August is just running around individually, knowing when to peak, and power plays is never ready for them. And here we have again, like, power plays trying something, and it's not working. Here's some Buck trying to open up some stuff, and worrying about multiple angles, and 2 players moving into crossfire, and I guess they get 1 kill, but surely this isn't going to be the end of the story. Just power plays left, just Bundy left rather for power plays. This is starting to look very similar to what happened last round. Lone man standing on hookah balcony.
Yep, we're about to hit 4 for August, and not a single one in reply has come from power plays. They have got literally no response right now.
It's been a night of one-sided matches. I guess that's to be expected with Seed 1 versus Seed 7.
Oh.
I think that Bundy heard me criticizing this as a one-sided match because that was a nifty shot.
Oh, and the fact that it was a 1-tap too, so deliberate. Oh, that was nice.
Time delayed though from that gas babe.
Yeah, now they know exactly where he is. He's going to try and run over to the courtyard, jump on down, but we've got Ethan waiting.
Yep, good spray control, good tracing, and that close range engagement.
It was meant to happen earlier. I was trying to like sing it in time with it, but no.
Yeah, I could tell. It's all right. It's all right, Monkey. It happens. So there we have it. 4 rounds straight for Aldous. Around the world, as you said, every single bomb site successfully defended, and Aldous not looking to break a sweat at all. There's not really been a moment where I feel like power plays are starting to run away with something. There haven't been really many moments where power plays seem to be making a serious move on the objective. That last round, believe it or not, was a bar defense. The only real action we saw was a little bit on hookah.
Yeah, it really feels like bar is one of the bomb sites that's getting like phased out of favor, but August are one of the teams that really enjoy it.
Yeah, that said, they did head to it last. We'll go straight over to Penthouse again. Seen this strategy taken once again. No Rook this time. Switching around some of the roles. Got Diesel on the Kaid.
Still got 3 ACOGs though.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Assuming they're all running ACOGs.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of Kaid with a holo, but ACOG could be a pretty good choice, especially on this bomb site. A lot to do with it, and I love the fact that you've got, you know, a long-range weapon that can also be used to open up walls and such. Last round we saw Emarin roaming very effectively on the west side of the map, particularly on the top floor. Did a lot of damage. Went for these late flanks and evaded detection for a very long time. He also had the ability to use an impact grenade late into the round. And because Jackal is banned, he knows he can just run around anywhere and he doesn't risk putting his prints onto more parts of the map. And when there's a Jackal in the enemy team, you want to limit where you're running to so you don't get tracked. And if you do get tracked, you'll have an indication of where the Jackal is based on where you've ran previously. But not a worry for Emarin.
Yeah, that's a good point, Dev. But 30 seconds, I don't know, Ocean Man ran around the whole building, it seems like.
It's just, there's not a lot going on for power plays in the game so far. And look, this first round played on this bomb site was where we saw a breath of life for power plays before it was squashed out. Starting first step is to pinch out Neofighter from his position in the guitar hallway. No Lion for the first time, instead of Hibana used so that they can pinch off this position. Still, the Kaid charge makes it a bit more difficult. Not too difficult though, he's going to get a little bit more of the wall open and Neofighter gets on out of there. Not punished at all.
Lives to fight again. Having a real hard time hunting him.
Yeah, they are struggling at the moment. Still just the one player at a time looking for the position. I usually saw his head for a moment. He taps it as the first kill off the board. No response from Auglis. Still, this map control hasn't been taken. Muesli may not know that there's a player at the bookshelf. Derpy waiting patiently. Alder in hand.
Oh, can he hit his shots though? No, he cannot. I don't think Muesli took any damage from that. He doesn't even realize he's downed him. Casper!
What?
Hello?
Casper asleep at the wheel, but we finally have some progress from power plays. VIP control, wall opened as well. Taking control of the bomb site, Emarin on such low HP is eventually finished off. This could be a first round for power plays, but Ethan's in such a great position, he can't deal the damage onto the diffuser planter and it goes down. I've seen Ethan in some good retakes before, but there's a lot of work to do.
Definitely a lot, and they know exactly where he's coming from. No C4 either. He's going to peek his head up over. And, okay, found the first one. Can he double down and get the next one?
He's going to jump outside. Needs to clear out this double window, and that's a good shot. Still has to open up and get back inside. Not much time left. Two players. The two power plays, guys, need to really play time on this one. Don't peek. Almost finishes off Ethan, but it's getting to the dangerous point. Oshman will eventually finish him off. Power plays. Get control of the site and make it happen for the first time.
Yeah, you know, that really felt like it just came down to Derp not hitting his shots, hiding in the back of the bookshelf.
I really think, like, where was Emarin? We know he was roaming that whole time. You know, where was the support for Derp? After Neofighter dies with no refrag, Derpy realistically needs to either peek when Neofighter dies to get the trade, or we need to have someone come to support Derp when he's, quite literally pushed into a corner.
Yeah, well, not much you can do about it now, Dev, except learn from the experience and move on.
That's right. Well, we won't be likely seeing Penthouse again as Kitchen is locked in. August had a flawless round on this bomb site. 2 flawless rounds so far. Looking to replicate here. Power players made some adaptations. Started to spice things up. Get things going for their attacking side. Maybe too little too late. Time will tell.
Well, as for operator selection, I was seeing more of the same, aren't we? Just fragging operators.
I mean, I've got to credit power plays. We did see some change. You know, the Hibana instead of the Lion worked.
Yeah.
It flushed out a key position. And sometimes, simple utility is better. And that's what Mango's demonstrated last time. I'm not sure what the idea for the sledge is here. I can't think of anything particular on this bomb site or on really any bomb site that, like, there's no castle or anything. Wait, why the sledge? Is it just for the grenades?
Yeah, I was thinking nades and guns, I should say.
Yeah. Well, no hard breach taken whatsoever. It's a bit more difficult.
Alright.
Just a free hold at the moment upstairs inside of the theatre. A lot of options.
Yeah.
The defenders upstairs.
It's once again one of those situations where not much is really happening. Just people are getting themselves into position and the drones into position like it's not high octane enough.
Not what you're used to. You're used to some serious siege.
Yeah.
All right. Casper, gonna counter this position at the L hallway. Oh wow, that was perfect. Could not have been done better. Excellent job. Luckily there was an ADS behind that shield, but the way that it was cooked perfectly destroyed the shield and downed the player without coming into contact with that ADS.
You know that was counted down to the millisecond. Emo Ren will reply, however, onto Ocean Man. Has definitely not taken him by the hand there.
Now Emo Ren will put down a few more goo mines and retreat back to a safe position. Good spot in the hallway. Doesn't fully retreat back to site, so as we mentioned earlier, power plays will have to re-drone. Mango's likely about to drone where Mango's is, I believe. Sorry, where Emo Ren is. Neofighter is there with him as well, but Gasson picks up his second kill for the round. Ethan off the board. A lot of information operators killed, but still salvageable for August. Power plays looking better than we've seen them before, though.
Yeah, 4v3. They are in the man advantage, but they've got to make it count. They've got to head down to the site and say stand up and be counted, and be counted as more.
Usually doing some good work as well. We do have a player down outside, however, and Imarin's still unaccounted for here in the security room. Mega's doing some damage. It's just Imarin left. This is still possible. A difficult ask, though, for him. He could find two. He does, in fact. That's the diffuser gone down, but instantly counted. Excellent job from Casper, MVP of the round, and power plays still in this one. They closed the half with 2 points on the board.
Yeah, that is a complete recovery from power plays. They were 4-0 down and managed to come back to make it 4-2 for that half. Nice stuff.
That's the thing. Playing a lot of times consecutively on the same side, you might be put into the trap of thinking that you're really quite far down, but give yourself the chance to improve, fix some mistakes, and you were looking much better into the later rounds. And never give up. I think that's especially with the new ranked settings at the moment. A lot of people say, "Oh no, we're on defense first. Sorry, attack first," or "Oh no, we're down 0-3." You really can come back. It's the biggest enemy of a comeback is yourself. Power plays are still in it.
Is that Augus's own lion my eyes spied?
It's been a while, my friend.
Yeah.
Finally, Derp is reunited with the lion.
With the Vector.
Yeah, that P308.
Only plays them for the gun, guys.
It's a pretty good gun, alright. Lion's got a great gun, big magazine. We know Derphead does love to bring those large magazine weapons. I saw him playing a lot of Yalda. We see him sometimes bring the G8 on IQ, which is IQ's LMG. Has a lot of bullets in the rifle as well.
One of the coolest grips in the game as well.
The side foregrip. Love that one. Alright, so now power play setting up on this hookah defense. They've got a good variety of information. Like that camera, it looks down as well into the office downstairs. Bit more visibility. Also, we saw cameras in VIP.
2 for 1, if you will, Dev.
I like that. And from August, quite a similar attacking lineup as well. Thatcher brought in substitution for the IQ that we saw consistently from power plays, but otherwise, very much the same kind of game. Emerin on his trademark buck. We know he can do some serious work with the C8.
Oh yeah.
No fighter as well downstairs. This is a heavy vertical take from downstairs.
Yeah, downstairs up. Ocean Man gonna find Emo.
Yeah, it's not a good start though.
Through the hatch, was it?
Yeah, it must have been. That vertical pressure, like, it's a risk, especially playing below. It's always more difficult to play below than play above. But, Emo, the first kill. that's all the frags off the board as well, which is my main concern, really. Frag grenades are incredibly good on coastline. There are a lot of these vents on the roof that you can throw frag grenades into and counter some of these key positions.
Ooh. Diesel finding Ocean Man, so that's the trade back for the earlier kill.
Excellent job to do out the Maestro so early on. Still, that's half the round gone. Neophyte is just playing incredibly patiently, waiting for his opportunity to go for this push. He knows now that if he goes upstairs, he'll have that smoke to contend with, and I believe is Diesel going to assist? Or usually on that run out, Diesel can't capitalize on the refrag at all. Now he's cautious about this position on the blue stairs. He knows the shotgun's there waiting for him. He's never going to win that fight. The only way that they can kill this smoke player is if they both go together and they go for the refrag, but that gas will completely deny that position. That said,
that is it.
The Capitao bolt helps out a little bit. Ethan in the objective, but a difficult position at the moment. Uses all of his utility to just secure this position. Muesli's still alive and eventually taken down, but the damage may well be done. Diesel, last man standing, he's got 3, only has 1 more to go. 30 seconds is a lot of time to make this work.
Not much time here, 1v1. It's going to try and plant on the pool table. Very low HP, of course, but Casper, he's got the ping, he's got the pre-fire, he's got the kill, and he's got the round.
That was a close one as well for power plays.
Oof.
Good job to finish it off there. Diesel did his very best, but wasn't everything he needed. Didn't have enough information. Didn't know he needed to pull off so fast. The Valkyrie had everything going for him.
Well, this is a complete reversal of fortunes. Like the way we were going, I thought we'd be ending on that previous round there.
Yeah, it looked like it was a potential for a 7-0, but still power play are holding on, and what was it, 17% or something for a draw? I think it was something like that.
I think it was about 10.
10?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I reckon that's on the cards. It's a serious option here. August struggled a lot on their attacks on Consulate. You know, they won half of them. If we see the same thing here, we'll see a narrow victory for August, but you know, I have some faith in power plays. I think they're looking better here than they were on Consulate. Looking to be a closer game so far.
Yeah, once again, I suppose it is a fairly similar operator lineup, isn't it?
The attack or the defense?
The attackers.
It's almost identical, except for the IQ and the Thatcher.
Oh, it hasn't worked for August yet either, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
It is, you know, Coastline's traditionally seen as one of those more defensive-sided maps anyway.
That's a mix, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so hard to call. I mean, these days things change so much depending on the operator bans. I feel like it can be very difficult to defend on Coastline if you have a really good attack. It can be incredibly oppressive.
Yeah.
But if you have a defense who's you know, rock solid in 1 or 2 positions and free roaming elsewhere, it can be very difficult to dislodge those key positions with the threat of those roamers behind you. That said, August haven't really had to deal with any kind of roam presence other than perhaps a small amount of runouts from power plays. And the key of it has been those anchor positions.
What's Ethan doing all by the kitchen window on his own? He's busted it open. Chucked in a claymore as well, but...
Late flank opportunity, perhaps?
Yeah, potentially. I'm not sure if they know, I was going to say exactly where the bomb set is, but now they do.
Yeah, it is a bar defense for power plays. Bundy kicking it off nice and early. Without a minute gone down, Derpeg goes on the ground. The Lion out of his cage, but straight into the frying pan.
He's been doing just fine.
You can see August are thrown right now. You know, sending Diesel up onto the ruins to just prevent these runouts, and you know, it's not going to make the difference for power plays. They have all the information on these Valkyrie cameras.
The attack is just lacks direction.
I mean, August don't have the information that they need to make the plays they want.
Yeah.
And power plays are the opposite. They have everything that they need.
They are making power plays.
Indeed, that's what the name's for. Finally, a pinch coming in from August. Starting to see some pressure. There you have it, 2 quick kills. Is this a mirror? No way. Surely not. This is a mirror. This is a plant. secured. Just the one player left for power plays, and Auglis on the cusp of just about nothing. Turn the round on its heel.
Well, so that happened.
Are you sure?
Well,
I
the
think it did.
numbers on the scoreboard say.
Well, there you have it. We were very much building up power plays, but suddenly the scoreline looks very different.
Yep, that 3-round winning streak has been broken here by the Auglis boys.
I wish we could have seen a little bit more of what happened on that round, but my assumption is that Auglis just kind of droned out the site, said, look, let's just get on in here, make it happen. Pushed down onto that sunrise site with some players watching Hookah as well. Looks like power plays do a very similar to the Auglis hold.
Sure, they're not taking inspiration from you, Dev, in your ranked matches.
Absolutely, that's my expectation every single time. I'm sure everyone does, all the pro teams. We're also seeing the Mozzie brought again. In terms of the kill distribution, it's very even on the side of power plays, but Ethan is definitely the highlight for Auglis.
Wasn't there like a couple of rounds before this as well, because the rehost?
Yes, you might be right.
He's fragging out, isn't he?
He certainly is. Yeah, their kill numbers did look a little bit low for this many rounds. Don't remember when the rehost was though. Not sure what round it was at.
Reinforcements in place.
Oh well.
Oh well. Maybe there wasn't one.
Yeah, not sure.
Alright, where's the Auglis attack coming from? Ethan very quickly heading on into bars. Derpe's drone to go ahead, and no one's really on the A bomb site now.
Bit dangerous. We saw how Auglis can take advantage of situations where they don't think there's much resistance to be had on the bomb site. That previous round is a perfect example. There's 2 players inside a service entrance at the moment for power plays. Auglis starting this presence, and they are poised for this kitchen side take. Neofighter takes out Bundy. That's the Mozzie. Still a lot of work to do for the execute, but things are looking very much doable.
Yeah, Diesel with the utility in hand, getting ready to jump on in. He's got diffuser as well, so he can pop it and go for a plant. Especially when they keep backing off like that.
What's the play here for power plays?
It really looks like they're trying, they've got information, they're trying to work off it.
Fire arrows deployed. Ethan on the long desk. Position where Diesel's going to struggle to find somewhere to plant. He's about to die to the smoke. No! He doesn't go all out and die, but there's no one ready to pick him up. Neofighter needs to back away very slowly. With all of the utility gone, Diesel may have made the fatal mistake that could cost Auglis this round.
You know, they do have the one-man advantage here, but, you know, it's only by a couple of points of health as Diesel is so lit up, of course.
Auglis don't have the option to go for another take identical to what they just attempted because they've lost that utility. They've lost the element of surprise as well. Imarin doing some damage onto Ocean Man will help a lot.
He hits that. Looks like the plant's going to be attempted. Is there anyone nearby to try and stop it? Oh, it's going to be the peak, and actually it has denied, but Diesel's got the trade. 35 seconds.
Ethan dying as well, really open up the round. Casper's doing a lot of work. Now control over this kitchen door and the sunrise side in his hands. Derp is in a great flank position. Comes down to information. Does Casper know? Is Casper ready? This drone's going to give away Derp's position, but it may well give him the information he needs as well. No more E1Ds to play with. He'll just try to get straight on inside. Imarin takes out Muesli. Just Casper left, and they know his position as well. The plant surely starting soon. Imarin watching. No chance you can peek this Casper. He keeps trying and again and again. Imarin covering. Very patiently watching the side angle. He spots it. Imarin finds that final kill, and we're on match point for Auglis.
Wow. This has been a pretty exciting match here, Dev. Oh, Imarin almost missing all those shots.
Things are looking definitely up for August. Got to say, I didn't think that round was salvageable. After Ethan died in that position where Casper was playing was solidified for the defense, there was really no way for August to make it happen. But fortunately, Derpit managed to cross safely into Kitchen. Casper couldn't deny that cross. And that allowed the two remaining August players, Derper and Emo, to just focus on that main site player, take him out, and then get into a position where they had the man advantage. And
Make it sound so simple, Dev.
I know, right? It is simple, though, you know. In the moment, at 100 miles an hour, while you're trying to play and focus and aim good and communicate, and you've got 4 other people yelling at you in the mic.
And you're suffering that existential crisis. Why aren't I plat yet?
Is that you every day?
No, I don't care for rank.
I'm sure you live in the cafe playlists. Is that where you've been living recently?
Oh yeah, it's an 8-minute queue these days,
Really?
guys.
I don't know. I've been enjoying that a lot. I haven't had too much of trouble with that one.
Oh, I don't really know.
That was a joke, was
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I get you.
See, Dev's so dry he can't even detect something dripping with sarcasm.
Sure.
New camera feed up and running.
Camera's thrown on outside. Thanks for that one, Casper. Saved. F12.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of the camera usage on this bomb site from power plays. Works really well. They had a very dominant first defensive round. August were very much stuck. They didn't bring the IQ either. Still, they'll likely be more prepared for it. I hear the first black eye taken out. This may well be a bit of a struggle. Emo attempts to push in the same area he did previously. He died last time. What I'd like to see from Emo Rin is throwing a grenade through these vents to take out mangoes on these blue stairs.
Cool vibes, you mean?
Cool vibes is slower to say than blue stairs. So I say blue stairs.
How about vibes?
Yeah, whatevs.
Yeah, faster, that's what I thought.
Whatevs.
Diesel, I found the first one. That's Muesli going down. Well, no utility needed to clear him out from that position there.
My question is, are August going for this aquarium take? Or are they going for a hookah take? And it was very clearly defined when we were watching the Fnatic game earlier today, which site the attackers were going for. Even when it wasn't just Fnatic on the attacks, also when it was Zealous. But here watching August, it's a little bit more all over the place.
Cover your ears. My favorite part.
Well, looks like we're going to have Concussion come back against oneself there. Whoops. But 5-on-4 with 1:15 to go. August look like they're getting ready to just jump on into Trophy, don't they? Sorry, Trophy. Hookah.
Maybe those hookahs are the trophy. If it is, Diesel wants to claim that prize, but he's locked out by the smoke, and Mango's doing so much work on those stairs. Fired out and doesn't even make a difference. Imorin trying his best, but this vertical pressure still not securing that kill. Surely he'll find it in a moment from now. No way! Oh, the back off, and now the lion charge as well, adding insult to injury. Imorin wants this one too.
Oh no, he's aiming too low.
He needs a skeleton key to finish this job. No way he's getting this kill. Ocean Man finally taken out by Derp, but Casper's on this run out. Diesel almost tastes.
Imorin's surely hunting that kill on the Casper. Or not, he's still trying to find these shots through the floor.
24 seconds. There's no way this is working out. Mangoes has got a solid hold on these stairs with the shotgun. No way! Imorin finds that kill. This could be the opening needed by power players, but Imorin has no choice but pull out the Legion Mine. Diesel has to pray that his teammates covering him here for this
From
plan.
below.
Diffuser goes down, and there you have it. That's GG. Imorin gets the final kill. Casper goes down, and we see August with a stunning 2-0 victory.
That was a round that August had no business winning, yet somehow it's gone in their favor.
That's exactly right. I would not have expected to see that kind of a salvage, but it really goes to show sometimes all it takes is one particular kill. In this case, it was taking out Mangoes on those blue stairs, and that collapsed the entire round. In those last few rounds, Imorin stepped it up and got about 5 kills just in the last, 2 or 3? So excellent job from Emo and Ethan heading the scoreboard. Team effort, though. August come away with the 6 points.
Yeah, they do. So them and Fnatic at the